Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Review for April 3rd, 2020. An article from the New York Post reports, Social Security recipients won't need to file taxes to get a stimulus check. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said Social Security recipients won't have to file a tax return to receive a coronavirus stimulus check. Mnuchin said in a statement released on Wednesday, Social Security recipients who are not typically required to file a tax return do not need to take an action and will receive their payment directly to their bank account. The about face comes after a group of Democratic senators sent a letter to Mnuchin asking him to change the guidelines included in the rescue plan passed by Congress last week, which say people who weren't required to file returns for 2018 or 2019 would have to file a return to get a payment. They said it would place a significant burden on seniors who collect Social Security benefits and are not typically required to file a tax return. The coronavirus rescue bill will provide $1,200 checks to individual adults making less than $75,000 a year and $2,400 to married couples who file jointly and earn less than $150,000. Fox News reports, McConnell says Trump impeachment trial diverted the attention of the government as coronavirus entered U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell argued Tuesday the federal government was distracted by the Democratic-led impeachment trial of President Trump when the coronavirus outbreak began. McConnell gave credit to Senator Tom Cotton for paying attention to the severity of the outbreak at the time when the Senate as a whole was occupied. Former McConnell aide John Ashbrook also pointed this out Tuesday, stating that the pandemic is believed to have hit the United States the same day that the House Democrats marched articles of impeachment to the Senate after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi held off on moving forward on impeachment for weeks. McConnell also criticized Pelosi for her role during Congress's response to the health and economic problems stemming from the outbreak, particularly the recent $2 trillion stimulus package. McConnell stated, "The way I thought it would work best would be for those of us in the Senate to try to get started on a bipartisan basis, and we were really doing quite well, as you may recall, until the Speaker of the House decided to insert herself into the process, which created a couple of days of unnecessary partisan sniping." And finally, an article from the Washington Examiner states, Pelosi encouraged public gatherings in late February, weeks after Trump's China travel ban. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was out in San Francisco's Chinatown in late February, encouraging people to go out in public and spend money at local businesses, despite concerns regarding the spread of the coronavirus.
Here live now. She has been talking to people along the way, a lot of business owners, a lot of community leaders here in Chinatown who have been concerned about the optics of the coronavirus and the fear that some people might have of coming to a place like Chinatown that might have a lot of Chinese nationals. So she has been going around to show that it is perfectly safe to be here. She says that this is a very special place to her heart because she started a lot of her early campaigning when she started her political career, some of it right here in Chinatown. And we got some word from her earlier on sort of the message that she's trying to purvey here.
It's exciting to be here, especially at this time, to be able to be unified with our community. We want to be vigilant about what it might be on what is out there in other places. We want to be careful about how we deal with it, but we do want to say to people, come to Chinatown, here we are.
Just 2 days later, the San Francisco Chronicle ran a story titled, "Get Ready Now for a Probable Coronavirus Pandemic in U.S., Federal Officials Warn." President Trump banned travel to the United States from China by foreign nationals in late January, citing public health concerns. Pelosi attacked Trump over the weekend for not doing more to combat the spread of the virus. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Review for April 3rd, 2020. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.